Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel, in for Bob Stevens today. But of course, there's still a lot to talk about in the Lowcountry, so let's get started with our headlines. Spirit Airlines, known for their bright yellow planes and low fares, has filed bankruptcy for the second time in less than a year. And that means some anticipated flights out of the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport have been put on pause. Direct flights to Nashville and Detroit were to start this fall, but will no longer happen, at least for now. Dips in domestic leisure travel demands in part led to Spirit's financial difficulties, but according to the company, Spirit plans to restructure themselves in hopes of putting the airline in a position for long-term health. New flights with service to Fort Lauderdale will, however, still begin in October. With school now fully back in session for the 2025-2026 school year, it is time to take a look at some test scores from last year. The South Carolina College and Career Ready Assessment Tests are administered to 3rd through 8th graders each year in the areas of English Language Arts, Math, and Science. So how did we do? In Beaufort County, students who met or exceeded expectations in English increased from 2024 in all grades except for 6th, with 4th grade improving the most. In Math, all percentages rose except in 6th and 7th grades, with the biggest increases in 4th and 5th. The science test was only given to 4th and 6th graders last year, and both grades saw significant improvement over 2024. As for Jasper County, students saw improvements in most categories, but the overall percentage of students meeting or exceeding expectations remains very low, ranging from only around 10 to 30% in all categories. Well, it has taken about 20 years of work, but we are now getting closer to finally completing the popular Spanish Moss Trail through northern Beaufort County. 2 new additions that will get walkers and bikers into downtown Port Royal and into Beaufort for the first time are underway. One will get the trail across busy Rebo Road with new signal lights and a pedestrian crossing that will connect the trail to Port Royal's Old Village. The other is a 1/3 of a mile of new trail from the Depot Trailhead to Rebo Road in Beaufort for access to Bay Street and the downtown waterfront. That will get 10 miles of the planned 16 miles completed along the old Magnolia Line Railway, past creeks, rivers, salt marshes, and forest, supporting everything from deer to dolphins to recreational shrimping. We love our alligators, sharks, and sea turtles in the Lowcountry, but now our birds like whooping cranes, osprey, and roseate spoonbills are going to get a little love too, with the building of a new educational birding facility on the western edge of Port Royal. The Carolina Bite Sanctuary is raising money to build a center that will have the mission of preserving the numbers of diversity of our bird species. Located near the tidal marsh off the Chichessie River across from the Port Royal Sound Maritime Center, the center will include indoor and outdoor classrooms, sculpture gardens, bird feeding stations, and the region's first bird triage center to help injured birds. Some 300 species of birds either live here or migrate through the area. And the Miss America and Miss America's Teen Pageant took place over the weekend, and Saturday night turned out to be a good night for South Carolina, as Tess Firm, Miss South Carolina's Teen, was crowned Miss America's Teen for 2026. A native of Charleston, Firm won the crown through her talent, poise, and dedication to food allergy awareness and education. Tess will now serve as a national ambassador, encouraging young women to follow their dreams. She has also won $58,000 in scholarship money that will help her as she embarks on her college career as a freshman at Furman University. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And after a quick break, we'll get our monthly update from Representative Weston Newton, so don't go away.